Hello and welcome back to the Villa View Forum match preview ahead of Aston Villa's game away at Craven Cottage on Easter Monday. Now, you may notice it is just me. Bardell couldn't bother to turn up for this one, so it is just me doing a solo for you today.
It is a match preview, so you didn't think I'd leave you alone with Matt Lynch. Unfortunately, logistics have meant that me and Matt can't record at the same time, but I decided that I would send in some more casual thoughts from my lounge than usual.
So obviously the result on Easter Saturday wasn't the result anybody really expected or wanted. As you've heard on the fan cams and whatever, some fans felt that it was an awful performance and it was quite abject, but for me there was a few individual errors in that game that let us down big time.
I didn't think we were as bad as has been made out in some quarters. I think we had chances. For example, Hogan missed a good chance at 2-1 that would have pulled us back into the game. I think we were just quite sloppy in general. The defence was unorganised, the midfield didn't get far enough forward. Lansbury and Horahan, for me, were playing too conservative, and then you basically end up with Jedinak, Horahan and Lansbury in a line, and it didn't really seem that any of them were looking to get forward. In fact, Jedinak looked the most likely to come forward and make something happen, which is worrying. Amavi obviously had a stinker. I'm not going to shy away from that. He had a really bad game and was arguably at fault for the first 2 goals. But taking him off actually ended up making us more unbalanced, and that added to the confusion that I felt was apparent in the Villa side on Saturday. There was no one better to bring on at left back for Amavi, so he may as well have been left on because it left us unbalanced coming forward. And then the second sub, Grealish for Baker, meant that even more people were playing out of position. So I think Steve Bruce has got to take a look in the mirror. I mean, I'm far from a Bruce basher, but I think he got it wrong with his substitutions against Reading, and I think that cost us at a point when we were still in the game. I think that the substitution could have perhaps been used in a different way, but they ended up making us more ineffective. I mean, even Hogan at one point was playing left midfield and Bakuna playing left back. That's 2 players playing out of position, and it's just completely unnecessary because they're not good in those roles. Even if you'd have moved Codger to the wing and put Hogan as the central striker, that would have made more sense. I just found the whole performance was a bit disjointed, and that the substitutions added to that.
So Fulham go into this game on a run that's a bit mixed. They've lost 2 out of their past 5, winning 3. They beat Norwich on Good Friday 3-1 away from home. Really good performance from them, but they've actually lost to Wolves 3-1 at home recently, and also they lost to Derby away 4-2. So they are shipping goals at times, and the likes of Tom Kearney's in brilliant form this season. I think even if Fulham aren't a Premier League side next season, I think Tom Kearney will be a Premier League player.
He's perhaps doing what I expected Horahan to do for us. It hasn't quite happened yet, although I do think Horahan will be a very, very good signing for us. They've also got the kid Ryan Sessegnon at the wing, who's a very, very good player, a very bright talent. It looks like he's going to sign a new deal with Fulham soon, so that'll perhaps upset some of the big boys that are circling around him. The good news is that Chris Martin isn't playing. He's a good Championship striker, someone that might have ruffled a few feathers in the Villa back line, so I'm pleased to see he'll be suspended for the game. But they've still got many other players such as Aluko and the 2 that I've mentioned that will cause us problems, and I really think this is going to be a hard game, and coming off the back of a defeat and having only played a few days earlier, I think that makes life very difficult for Villa at Craven Cottage.
Obviously, Fulham's one of those grounds where Villa are going to be taking a lot of fans, which is always great. I think Villa are going to have to do something, come out the blocks a bit quicker, because against Reading we wasn't that quick, and it really let us down in terms of that early goal. Really was a kick in the teeth where we were starting to get going a little bit. At the moment, we're not playing football that isn't great, isn't pretty, and we need to be putting more of a tempo on the game. We need to be actually pushing past Codger and creating more than just letting him be the stranded player, and I'm sure that that's going to be an issue tomorrow if there's no player that actually supports Codger up front. And this is why I've gone for a more different lineup. I think Bruce is going to have to shake it up, and this is the lineup I've actually gone with for the game. So in goal, I've gone with Sam Johnston. I've gone with a back 4. I think he's going to keep it the same. I thought Jordan Amavi had an absolute mare against Reading at the weekend, but I think he'll stay at left back. I think in the middle it'll be Nathan Baker with James Chester as pair. Then right back it will be Alan Hutton, who I must say was one of the better players against Reading at the weekend. Moving further forward into the midfield, I think it's going to be a 3 of Gary Gardner, Conor Horahan and Henry Lansbury, Jack Grealish on the one side, Jonathan Codger on the other, and Scott Hogan up top on his own. I thought Albert Adoma's not been great at the moment, deserves to be dropped arguably out of anyone at the moment.
I think Bruce is going to mix things up a bit. I think he's going to go with Johnston in goal, Hutton at right back. I think Jedinak will move into defence as he did in the second half as we were chasing the game against Reading. So I think that's Jedinak and Chester centre backs. I think he's going to play the unusual card of playing Nathan Baker at left back so he doesn't have to drop him. I then think we'll go with Adoma right, Bakuna left, Horahan and Lansbury in central midfield, and I expect Hogan to partner Jimmy Danger up front. It's a kind of bizarre team selection that I can see us doing off the back of a defeat. Previously, when we've lost games, we've seen a few bizarre team selections, so that wouldn't be the team I'd pick for sure, but I think that may be the lineup that Bruce goes for. But then again, Matt and I have both failed to get any kind of team selection right in the preview shows all season.
I think that changing up in the lineup will be important for the game. If we do that, I think there's every chance that we could get a result, but for me, sadly, I do think it will be a loss. I think we're going to lose 2-1. I think Scott Hogan will get our goal, but I think Fulham will be just too technical for us, and at the moment we haven't coped too well with technical sides. So for me, I think that we will be losing 2-1.
Score-wise, I think this is going to be a really, really tough game. I think we could be looking at another 3-1 defeat. I don't like to predict Villa defeats, but I think this game will be a bridge too far. Our away form still isn't stellar, and I just think that they're a good side at home in the mix for playoffs. I think we'll find it very hard. I don't think we've got the best record at Craven Cottage over the years either. Certainly, I've been 3 or 4 times and never seen us win, so that does not bode well. You'll be pleased to learn after that Matt and I will both be at the game on Monday, so come and say hi to us if you do see us. And we're also trying to do fan cams afterwards, so we'll find an astute spot somewhere outside the ground near where the away fans have sat at full time. Please come and speak to us and give your views on the game. Hopefully we'll have something positive to talk about, because I know the Reading fan cams were a write-off.
And if you have enjoyed this video, then please do drop us that like below, and also comment in your thoughts ahead of the game, and subscribe to The Villa View if you are new to the channel.
If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.